of all, what we do for our job is we help people with disabilities stand up for their rights, who don't understand what their rights are. We have self-advocacy groups that are virtual, like this. And I have been doing this job now for 16 years. My name is Carol Grabby, and I'm happy to see some new faces, or we are happy to see some new faces, and we hope you enjoy our presentation. Can I please turn it over to Paige now?
I'm Paige Lebrandi. I am the Self-Advocate Coordinator for the South Region and in the New Haven office. This is my speaking device. It will take me a while to respond.
Kelly?
Wait a minute, Paige, do you want to let them know that you will be putting information in the chat?
Thank you for letting them know for her. Awesome. Kelly? Oh, you're on mute, Kel.
Hi, everybody. Good evening. My name is Kelly Hardigan. I will be doing most of the voiceovers that you'll be hearing along the way. Carol and Paige have also done most of the voiceovers, but I will be doing a majority of them. So if you have any questions for me, let me know at the end.
Corinne?
Hi, my name is Corinne Jackson. I'm a recreation therapist assistant for the Department of Developmental Services in the South Region. And sometimes I'm lucky enough to work with the self-advocate coordinators.
Thanks, Corinne. Hi, everybody. I'm Ellen Haddad-Blazes. I'm a transition advisor, and I have the pleasure of working with all the ladies from the South Region when they're doing these presentations, and I'm sure you're really going to enjoy it. They work hard and they enjoy presenting. Thanks. All right, Paige, go ahead.
This tree that I designed before you has topics that the PowerPoint will cover. These topics greatly affect our mental health topic. These topics are 1, anxiety, COVID-19, 2, bullying, making connections, and last but not least, the most important is self-care. This tree connections and disconnecting during the pandemic. Relationships of all types have been strained during this time. There are options to stay connected to old relationships, but yet form new ones in safe ways. Make sure that you are still making time for yourself. It included a chart that shows what COVID-19 has done to different generations of individuals. connections and disconnections. Relationships. COVID-19 has formed our relationships in unique ways, forcing us to live closer together with some people and further away from others. For some, having to spend every moment together is a good thing. Some relationships grew closer thanks to a commitment to communication, whereas other relationships with individuals struggled. According to the U.S. today, there are 20 million individuals without a job due to COVID-19. Losing your job can cause individuals to have a lot of fear. When you're around an individual at home, it is very easy to let your frustrations out on the other individual that you may live with.
How to keep social connections during the pandemic. During the pandemic, engaging in community activities on an in-person basis came to a halt. This not only affected people on an individual basis, but also took so much away from events that raised money for causes, employed people, and connected people to one another for fun activities.
I don't have time for this.
Call up your neighbors, especially those who are elderly, immunocompromised, or living alone to see if they need help accessing services such as grocery stores, banks, doctor, or post offices. Make sure to check in on family or friends on the front lines. Get moving. If you want to get moving, there is no shortage of free online resources from outlets like Well and Good and gyms like YMCA to help you maintain your workout routine. You can even coordinate with friends and neighbors to schedule a workout at the same time via video conference. And if you are really missing the community created by in-person fitness classes, check in with your favorite local studios to see if they are offering any live virtual classes.
Okay.
Can I read it, Ellen? I don't know why it's not playing.
Yeah, go ahead, read it.
Participate in public life. While indoor public spaces may be closed and public events have been canceled, many community centers, libraries, museums, gyms, and other local and national organizations are offering virtual programming to encourage continued engagement and even social interaction. What did we?
Oh, no,
Go ahead, Carol. This is Carol's.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay.
Hi, so what did we experience during the pandemic? COVID has changed the way we all live our lives. Many people have felt isolated, lonely, fear of going out, and even being around other people. But in my personal experience, in the beginning of the pandemic, I was always depressed. I felt very afraid of going out. Basically, in a nutshell, I felt like a hermit. But now things are getting better. We are trying to get back to normal. Yes, we have to wear masks and it's a pain, but it's so everyone can be safe. Now I would like to show you a video on maintaining your mental health. Please enjoy.
In this video, we will highlight some of the signs and behaviours associated with mental health conditions. Knowing these signs may help you, your friends and family, or work colleagues break through the stigma surrounding mental health and start a discussion. Statistics have shown that 1 in 4 people will suffer with a mental ill health issue in any given year. This can be as high as 1 in 2 adults who are in debt. Over the past 25 years, anxiety and depression in teenagers has risen by 70%. Mental ill health covers a wide spectrum, from the worries and grief that we all experience, to severe depression or complete loss of touch with reality. Anxiety. We all experience levels of stress and anxiety, whether work pressures or family related. However, for some people, the feelings of anxiety can be prolonged and extreme, making it difficult to carry out simple, everyday tasks and can even cause panic attacks. Common signs to look out for when dealing with an anxious person include reduced concentration and memory, difficulty making decisions, become irritable and angry, and avoid certain situations. Depression. As with anxiety, most of us will experience ups and downs in our lives and during difficult times. If the low mood doesn't improve or go away, this can be a sign of depression. Someone suffering from depression can feel sad, anxious, guilty, angry, helpless, and hopeless. They may also have low self-esteem and a tendency to believe that others only see them in a negative light. Other signs to look out for are self-criticism and blame, impaired memory and concentration, neglecting responsibilities, and loss of interest in appearance and personal hygiene. Bipolar disorder. Bipolar disorder is a severe mood disorder and causes unusual fluctuations in a person's mood. People with this condition can find it hard to maintain relationships and jobs due to their extreme moods. They may lack focus or be unwilling to concentrate on what to you seems to be an important issue. People with bipolar disorder can be full of energy and talking very quickly, easily distracted, going off on unrelated tangents, lacking in energy, or feel sad, pessimistic, and hopeless. Schizophrenia. Schizophrenia is a widely misunderstood and feared mental illness. People who suffer from schizophrenia do not have dual personalities, but are rather split from reality and may have delusions about themselves or others. These symptoms can have a major impact on the ability to hold down jobs, maintain relationships, and many other aspects of everyday life. People with schizophrenia may appear distracted by things that to you doesn't seem apparent. For instance, they may start paying attention to another unheard voice, or even have a conversation with someone who isn't present. This can result in them finding it difficult holding a conversation while they are distracted with other thoughts. Obsessive compulsive disorder. Obsessive compulsive disorder, known as OCD, can be a very disabling condition. Feelings of anxiety are combined with obsessive and unwelcome thoughts that lead to compulsive behaviours. A common obsession is the thought that dirt and germs have contaminated them and find themselves needing to wash hands frequently to feel clean. Compulsions are repeated activities that a sufferer feels compelled to carry out, such as constantly checking that a door is locked. These can be challenging for a person when dealing with routine tasks and managing relationships. Other common obsessions that you might notice are repeating actions and becoming anxious if they are unable to do so, fixating on a number, washing and cleaning ritually. If you think you or someone you know has a mental health condition, you are not alone. Wiltshire Mind is a local charity offering 3 main areas of support for mental ill health. You in Mind, peer support groups, counselling, and telephone service. Details can be found at wiltshiremind.co.uk. In this video,
Anxiety disorders in individuals are very common. They affect 15 to 20% of the general population. For individuals with intellectual disabilities, the percentage is even higher. With this population, it's the person's disability that affects the disorder. It can vary from individual. It can be mild to severe panic in the individual. It can also vary for any individual from a few moments to many years. I included a few diagrams or a few pictures that include a few tips on how to deal with anxiety. One is you want to slow down and keep calm and be positive. Getting help for anxiety for the individual. For the individual suffering with anxiety, there are different forms of help. One of them being medication. Some individuals may not be able to use medication. Medication is not the only option, and it does not work for everyone. More natural ways to help with anxiety. 1. Therapy. 2. Practicing self-care. 3. Picking up a hobby such as art. 4. Healthy sleep, diet, and exercise. 5. Meditation. 6. Welcome humor in your life. Humor goes a long way.
So can everybody hear me right now?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. What is the definition of bullying? Bullying is abuse and mistreatment of someone vulnerable by someone stronger or more powerful. Bullying is hurtful teasing or feeling threatened. I'm sorry, something's blocking it. This can cause someone emotionally, physically, or mentally. That didn't sound right for some reason. I'm sorry, it can hurt. So let me repeat that. This can hurt someone emotionally, physically, or mentally. The types of bullying and solutions to stopping it. Did you know that you don't just get bullied in school? You can get bullied in the workplace, on the internet, also known as cyberbullying, Neighborhood bullies can pose problems. You don't just have to put up with it. There are solutions as to what you can do to protect yours from happening it again, yourself, to protect yourself from it happening again. Learn and recognize the signs. If you're being bullied, tell them to stop. Get away from the situation and tell someone you trust. If you see someone being bullied, stand up for them. Listen and be supportive. Start an anti-bullying campaign. And so for more information, please go to this website, stopbullying.gov. Now I'm going to shift our last part of the presentation to self-care.
Self-care, it's important to think about your own self-care. Plenty of sleep. Sleep is essential to both our physical and mental well-being. It assists our body in balancing the chemicals in our brain that pass on information. These chemicals are important in overseeing our moods and emotions. If we don't get an ample amount of sleep, symptoms of anxiety and depression could set in. Eat well. Eating well isn't just important for our bodies, but it's also important for our minds. Certain mineral deficiencies, such as iron and vitamin B12 deficiencies, can make us feel moody. Eating a balanced diet can avoid mood swings. If you find you are a particularly stressed or an anxious person, you should try limiting or cutting out caffeine, as this can make you feel jittery and anxious. Get plenty of sunlight. Sunlight is a great source of vitamin D. Vitamin D is an important vitamin for our bodies and our brains. It helps our brains to release substances which improve our mood. Try to go out in the sun when you can, but make sure you keep your skin and eyes safe. 30 minutes to 2 hours a day of sunlight is good. Manage stress. Stress is often unavoidable, but knowing what triggers your stress and knowing how to cope is key in maintaining good mental health. Try to manage your responsibilities and worries by making a list or a schedule of when you can resolve each issue. Often if you break down your worries and stresses and write them down, you realize that they are manageable. If you find you are having trouble sleeping or are waking up thinking about all the things that are stressing you out, write them down and reassure yourself that you can deal with them in the morning. Connect with others and be sociable. Try to maintain good relationships and talk to people whenever you get the chance. Having friends is important not just for your self-esteem, but also for providing support when you are not feeling too great. Ask for help. One of the most important ways to keep yourself mentally healthy is to recognize when you are not feeling good, and to know when to ask for help. There's no shame in asking someone for support if you're feeling low or stressed. Everyone goes through patches where they don't feel as good as they should. Activity and exercise. Activity and exercise are essential in maintaining good mental health. Being active not only gives you a sense of achievement, but it boosts the chemicals in your brain that help put you in a good mood. Exercising can help eliminate low mood, anxiety, stress, and feeling tired and lazy. A short walk with a dog or listen to music might do the trick. 2 things. Others. Helping others isn't just good for the people you're helping, it's good for you too. Helping someone can help with your self-esteem and make you feel good about your place in the world. Feeling as though you're part of a community is an important part of your mental health. You could try volunteering at a local charity, or just being neighborly by helping them with their grass.
Okay, so now we're all gonna take the pledge, and you could either do it one of 2 ways. I am going to read the pledge, and you could either just all hold your right hand up, or you could repeat it after me. The choice is up to you. And Ellen is going to post the link to the pledge so that you can sign it that you took it. Okay, so I pledge to advocate and accept my responsibility to be respectful to the individuals I work with and for, to respect and treat all individuals equally, to call each person by their name and refer to them as individuals and people and stop calling them the word client, to support self-advocacy and stand up for individuals' human rights, to be an advocate for no more R word in my workplace and everywhere I go, to assist and make sure that each person that I work with can make their own choices.
And be part of.
Thank you. That's the part that's being blocked from.
That's okay. Go ahead.
The grid. Thank you. I will use people first language, which means seeing the person, not the disability, using. I'm sorry, Ellen.
I think you can move that over, but that's okay.
I don't know how to.
The person, not the disability, using words and terms.
Thank you. Using words
easier.
and terms that are easier for people to understand. To be an ambassador for self-advocates, speak up for people first language, and be the voice for change that makes people's lives happen. So what Ellen is going to do is she's going to post that link in the chat.
Yep, I'll do that in a minute.
Okay, and once you go on to that link, you can sign that you took the pledge. And the Disability Awareness Pledge is saying that you have respect for people with disabilities and people first language. So you don't want to be called the word client. You want to be called by your given name. So like if your name is Paige, you would want to be called by Paige, not client or anything like that. So that's what this pledge is. And over 1,300 now, Ellen, or 1,500 people have taken this pledge. It has been very successful. So great word for change.
Thank you, Carol.
So I hope you all enjoyed our presentation today. Thank you for joining us. Please remember that mental illness is not a choice, but recovery is. And I would like to now open it up to questions. If anybody has any questions for any of us, we would be very happy to take questions at this time.
What causes it?
I'm sorry?
What causes the illness?
Mental illness?
Yeah.
Oh, it could be anything. Like you saw the video on, well, first of all, who are you asking?
For me.
Huh?
For me.
Yeah, you're asking for yourself, but who are you directing the question to?
To you.
To me, okay. So you saw the video on mental illness, right?
Yep.
You saw something on depression?
I know.
And anxiety? Anybody can have that. Anybody can. And that's a type of mental illness.
But, you know, it can be like.
Being bipolar. Being bipolar is a type of mental illness.
Okay.
Hold on, just let me turn this up a little bit.
Is it caused from trauma?
It could be. If please, Corinne or Ellen or Crystal, please jump in. I don't want to be talking, you know, like giving this gentleman. What is your name, please?
Brent.
Brent?
Yes.
So I don't want to be giving Brent the wrong information. I'm just basing it off of the presentation specifically.
Not being a doctor, I can give you a little bit of history. Mental illness has some environmental factors. So it could be something that happened in your in life or in utero or something like that. I mean, there can be trauma factors. There can be
I have a type of mental illness.
There's many different causes.
Yeah.
So it would be really hard to pinpoint exactly what a personal cause is for one individual.
Right. Right.
Is that helpful, Brent?
I mean, it could be, let me possibly give you an example, Brent. It could be something that could be so traumatic that it caused something that could have affected your life.
Okay.
And I'm going to just be very personal about this because it is true. My brother Tim passed away more than 20 years ago.
Okay.
But I saw him dying right before my very eyes. Wow. My brother Brian saw it too. Wow. So, but it affected me.
Okay.
So I do have depression and anxiety, which is a part of mental illness.
Okay.
So.
And that is always, you want to check with a doctor to get those types
right.
of
right. I'm just wanted to
accurate.
share that example.
Appreciate that.
And I also think too, part of the presentation was about how to overcome some of those things that you
right,
have, your
exactly.
anxiety, your depression.
Exactly.
And all those self-care tips at the end, you know, you can just do for yourself.
What I was just about to mention, because going out in the community and making friends, getting your mind off it, doing yoga or Zumba, or, you know, really getting out there to distract yourself. I listen to music.
Yeah.
All the time.
The meditation, all that.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
You could even, you know what you could even do, Brent, is if you have things that are on your mind, and I was even told to do this, which I don't do, is write down any thoughts that you have. Okay. Write down like, okay, this is how I'm feeling today. This is, you know, I'm feeling having a better day or something. Okay. You know.
And I think Paige had that in one of her slides. Yeah. Yeah. So it's a great question.
So are there any other questions for any of us? And Brent, thank you for asking that.
Do you think this will go away with time, or do you think it will go away when I see more doctors?
Well, again, I can't really answer that. You have to see the doctor to be properly diagnosed.
Okay.
But I do think that all those self-care tips are helpful with everything that you're going, you know, and anybody,
absolutely.
What we're going through. Yeah. And especially during COVID, you know, we talked a lot about COVID at the beginning.
Yeah. And COVID can be a factor. But again, it's not, our presentation wasn't all negative. It was positive as well.
Yeah.
So, but, you know, wish you the best of luck, Brent, and hope everything works out for you.
Do you think the coronavirus will go away anytime soon or no?
Would we hope
I don't mean to laugh. It's not funny at all, but it's
no,
just
it's not.
So
no, it's not.
So
I mean, why?
Right?
No. But do you notice, Brent, in the store how they have designer masks?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No.
That should tell you something. Is that what you're saying, Carol?
Yeah. Being realistic here, even Paige and Kelly are laughing. So we're not laughing at the situation. We're laughing.
It's a very serious situation. Yeah.
Yes, it is a very serious.
But I think because we've been in it for so long, and we did say that laughter is a good thing, right?
Yes.
You know,
laughter is the best medicine.
We can just we just have to take care of ourselves and
one day at a time.
Yeah, with the COVID, right?
Yeah.
I'm sick of women.
At this time, does anybody else have any questions for any of us?
I have a question for you guys. You were mentioning isolation in the very beginning of your program. It was funny, Carol, because I know that you had mentioned that some people enjoy actually being at home alone, and I'm actually one of those people. So for me, it wasn't much of a change. I wanted to know for you guys, how did you handle your isolation? I know you gave a lot of tips, but what specifically did you use that you found helped you get through the isolation?
Crystal, this is Kelly. Kelly Hardigan. I personally have a loved one who I haven't been able to see because my mom lives in a nursing home now. I've been able to see her off and on, but not as much as I would like to. So work has been keeping my mind off of her, and it's been keeping me very, very, very busy. So
I was going to ask you about juggling all your responsibilities as well. That must have been something that was difficult too, Kelly. I'm glad that you were able to use it to help with the isolating part of it. Paige is saying that she FaceTimed with her nephew and that helped her with the isolation. Yes, FaceTime was a really good asset. You're right.
And I think also Corinne was hired like a couple months after the pandemic got started, and she does virtual recreation groups. And I know they've been helping me, you know, because I don't want to go out all the time. So I'll jump on one of her virtual recreation groups. So I didn't know if, you know, anybody on this call would want that link. Maybe you could put it in the
I was just about to suggest that too. Let
me put that in there.
Crystal,
want to talk a little about it before we go, Corinne? So okay.
Crystal.
Yes, Carol?
For me, it was very hard for me to get out of the house. I was, like I had said in the slide, so depressed, but really afraid to get out. And then finally I just did and started feeling better. But when I had shared that I have depression, I do. I was diagnosed with depression and anxiety. So my depression really got the best of me, but I made it into a positive situation, not being afraid to get out anymore. And it really made a huge difference. However, when Kelly was talking about work, we can either now work 50% in the office or 100% at home. It, you know, as long as we are working, it doesn't matter. But, you know, we have been doing things virtually for so long now, but we still get the message across no matter what we're doing, no matter what presentation we're doing, whether it's CTFSN or onboard training, you know, the message is always getting across loud and clear.
And Crystal, I wanted to say, I, as a self-advocate coordinator, I work 24/7, 365. I say often my job doesn't stop at 2 p.m. There's been times where I've gotten a friendly call from Carol after I've gotten out of work, and she's been like, Kelly, I felt a little down today. What can I do? And I just talk her through it. So yes, my job is from 9 to 2:30, but us self-advocate coordinators are available outside of the office. Some of us as friends, some of us as
Just took the words
colleagues
right out of my mouth.
are available.
I think that speaks to you talking about how you were also in service of others, which I thought was a great part of your work, your presentation as well, using in service to others to help you with your mental health. I thought that was wonderful.
If it's okay for me to speak, Kelly and Paige, on behalf of you guys. Kelly, I think you just hit on it, but I think you can all see that we're not just coworkers. We're all friends as well, which is why it makes it so easy to be able to joke around with my coworkers and have a lot of fun at the same time.
Yeah.
Michelle is telling you that she really enjoyed your presentation. She's having a few technical difficulties. So she just wanted to say she apologizes for that, but she's enjoying your presentation.
Thank you guys very much.
Yeah.
Is there any other questions out there?
Nope.
Because I could totally take up everything. I'll talk to you guys forever.
So I just want, welcome to the people that joined today, and come on back because we're going to be doing this on a monthly basis. And I know the other regions are also doing some presentations. I'm not sure what their timing is, but a lot of the self-advocate coordinators are wanting to work and get out there and do some of these presentations. So,
Paige, do you have anything you would like to add?
Are you sure about that? Because I know there's a couple things that you have done that have helped you. Didn't you get a new dog by the name of Oakley, right? Pets help. Pets can help you through tough times, right?
Absolutely. Guess I can't even see what she's putting.
What kind of dog is it?
The half lab.
Oh, Michelle is asking if she can see your dog.
Yeah.
Oh, Oakley. Oakley is incredible.
They might be able to get Oakley to come over. If you see
two
Oakley,
dogs,
you'll be in shock because Oakley is still, well, no, he's a year old, but he's not very old and he looks huge. He's huge and he's Paige's alarm clock in the mornings.
Oh, cute.
Bella's my alarm clock.
So those are really good ways too to cope with mental health issues. Is if you can't have a dog where you live, find someone who does.
Is Oakley showering you?
Paige is saying that she has two dogs. Oh, there's one.
There's Oakley.
That's Oakley. That's big old Oakley.
I
borrow my neighbor's cat.
I have a cat, Paige, and I can't decide if she actually helps with my mental health because she keeps waking me up at 6 o'clock in the morning. So,
or she
something I'm still.
11 months. Who's 11 months, Paige?
Oakley.
Oakley's 11 months.
Okay.
Beautiful.
That's right. Yeah. Okay. So he is still just getting out of that puppy stage. So he's been a lot of fun for all of us as well. And Carol's cat, and we have a lot of fun doing our virtual meetings. But we are all looking forward to being in person too.
Bella's like, oh, I've never seen Oakley do that.
Corinne, do you want to talk a little bit about your recreational program before we sign off?
Yeah.
I would love to, yes. I actually put the link in the chat. I'm going to try to get the calendar in there as well. But it's every Tuesday night, 5:30 to 6:30. It's every Thursday, 3 to 4. And we have a bunch of different events, many of them hosted by the Self Advocate coordinators. So we have a great bunch of people who are regulars, and we're starting to have more and more new faces attend, and it's wonderful.
Is the I can't even talk. Is the calendar posted to the Advocates Corner?
Yeah, I believe it is. And it's
Advocates Corner, that's another idea too.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
So if you go on our DDS website, you just have to type in Advocates Corner, and there's a wealth of information that the Self Advocates create for people to share.
Yep, and it's the Self Advocates' own website too.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Does anyone have anything else they would like to share or ask before we sign off? No? Okay, great. Well, it was so great to have everyone. As Alan mentioned before, we do this monthly. I send out many different forms. I mean, many different flyers to many different people. It's also listed on my website and through my email distribution list. I hope that you guys could come back next month and join us. What's our topic next month, Ellen?
We're doing human rights.
Yes.
Human rights next month. So please come back and join us and share with friends. And if you know anyone else who might like to join, please let them know, and we'd be happy to have everybody.
Excellent.
Thank you, everybody.
Thanks, Crystal. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you, Crystal. Thank you, everybody.
Bye, everyone. Bye, Paige. Bye, Oakley.
Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.